All right, people, let us do this here on now a Wednesday. It is January the 15th. It is 2020. Welcome in to another edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show. It is powered by WagerTalk.com. What an esteemed panel of esteemed, just a panel. We got a panel here, man. Ski Profit over to my left or right, depending on which way you're looking, dominating the NBA board as usual. Again, last night, WagerTalk.com. Below him, the legend, when he's actually lucid enough to remember who he is, it is Mr. Tony Finn joining us, also WagerTalk.com. And then it wouldn't be a party without a doctor. The doctor is in the house here at Dr. Talk RX. Sportsmemo.com. We keep telling the doc, divide it, don't hide it. But of course, we still seem to be looking in the mail, and we never get a package. But if you guys have been hanging out with us here, I can promise you, we've been delivering. Now we had a little bit of technical difficulties yesterday. Apparently, Tony Finn smoked some of the wires by accident. Next thing you know, we get disconnected. But we're back. Hopefully, you caught the best bets. Because I got to tell you, Ski, we kind of crushed it there last night, man. Not going to say anything, man. We kind of hammered it there on the show yesterday with the best bets. How was your day yesterday altogether in the NBA?
Who, me?
No, not you, Ski. God damn it. Shut your pot.
I had a good day. 2-0 day. $2 Tuesday was a success. We had Memphis plus the 5 points. They went out right. And then we had Dallas minus the 8. And that was a nice, easy winner as well. So, nice 2-0 day.
Yep. Doc, how'd you do, man? What was going on? I know you couldn't make it back, but you sent me something like Nebraska, and I didn't even pay attention after anything you sent me after that. So, what were your best bets?
You didn't even give out the best bets?
Didn't really read it. I saw Nebraska. I figured maybe you were high, and you completely missed the point of what a best bet in the NBA was. But did you send something else?
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know if we got Clippers on there before the power outage in Miami with your hurricane.
No,
but
you had the Clippers. They were winner.
Clippers was an easy one. Then I had Hawks first half. But then also for clients, I had Mavs first half and Bucks. And my favorite play with the trend there for Tony. The trend is now 15 and 5 trend.
False idols. Worth false idols.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Talk to me here, Finn. How'd you do last night?
I went 4-0. 3 of them were college.
No, I mean, in reality, how did you do? Not
4-0.
No, 4-0. Okay, very good.
4-0. 4-0. 3 college winners, 1 NBA winner. My winner, my release was the Clippers.
Very nice. All right, good.
You mentioned Nebraska. You could have mentioned it, and at least that was solid.
You know what? I read Nebraska, and then I stopped reading because I thought you missed the whole thing. But the Shits and Giggles also delivered last night, guys, as we brought you Utah and the Clippers first half to go ahead and dominate like they normally do. Ski, first half Clippers has been money, and poor Cleveland. I know Kevin Love last that day where it was never going to be pretty there, but Dallas is back on the court here again tonight, guys. Looks like Porzingis is now listed as probable, and I think we'll go ahead and start there with that game. In fact, because there are some questions surrounding that. Here it is in a back-to-back. We'll start with the late game, 10 p.m. there. Mavs on their way to Sacramento. Opened up as Dallas -3, guys. I'm seeing 4.5 now. The total hovering around that 225 mark. But it does look like, if I'm not mistaken, Porzingis is probable here, Ski. So talk to me about it, man. What do you think about this Dallas on a back-to-back here?
I usually don't like to back a team when their star player is their first game. I just feel like it kind of throws them off a little bit. But I mean, Dallas has been great on the road, 7-2 as a road favorite versus these lesser teams. 45% win teams or less. They're 10-6-1. Offensive rating number 4 over the last 5 games. Number 2 rebound percentage over the last 5 games. So it would be Dallas or pass. I don't really want to be with Sacramento. They've only covered 2 out of their last 12 home games. It's just one team I trust more. I mean, I trust Dallas on the road more than at home, so it will be Dallas or pass for me.
Dallas or pass there. So, Tony, I'll ask you, Dallas 1-3-1 against the number in its last 5 overall. Meanwhile, the Kings 17-5 against the number in the last 22 between these two teams. Oh. And also not too bad at home. They've kind of dominated. 7-3 against the number at home against the Mavericks here in the last 10. What do you think about this game?
I'm thinking 2 things. One is that those trends are irrelevant to Walton and the current Kings. and they're fairly irrelevant to the current Mavericks. Here's what I do know, and I trust my eyes, and the eye test this Sacramento team. I want to believe in them. I really want to see Walton do well. I like a lot of the players from their college days on this Sac team, but they're just not getting it done. This last game against Orlando, that they lost in the last few seconds, they were down the entire game. They fought back in the fourth quarter and were unable to close the deal at home. And at this point in time, I can't back. If I'm going to play a Sacramento game, it's going to be I'm going to fade Sacramento. I like Dallas tonight. I like them by double digits. Porzingis or no Porzingis, I like them.
You lost the likes Dallas. All right, Doc, talk to us here, man. Where you leaning here with Dallas and Sacramento?
Yeah, it's pretty easy 3 for 3 there, I would say. As far as the side goes, I look to the total more in this one, which is doing a little funky stuff. So I was wondering if there's been any injury news or any kind of change, or if it was just it got too high. But looks like it opened in the 223, 224, got all the way to 229, back down to where it opened or so. I was worried that it was going to keep climbing and hurried up and got in on the over 225.5, which I just think, on the back-to-back, I don't like the Mavs' ability. I don't think the Mavs' ability to score goes away with the Kings, who are now playing faster and allow the Mavs to kind of get their points when they need them. And with Porzingis back, I think this is a pretty solid price. I think the price is being dragged down just a little bit because it's the Kings. But, like we talk about this a lot on here, the Kings are kind of an under team when you look at the stats, but they don't really run that way with Fox in there. And it's, and then Tony will love that there's a 10-3 of the last 13 over trend in this kind of spot as well. So,
well, this game to address your movement, your over under movement in this game, the overnight was about 224.5, and it just kind of littered, twisted here, went there. But this morning, as soon as it opened, it went all the way to 227.5. And now it's come back down. Now, this was sharp money that originally played it over. However,
Heritage and Penny hit 229.
That's right. Well, I'm looking at Penny right now, and I'm seeing, let me see here. Yeah, they did. They had 229 for an instant for about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it went back to 228 and has been dropping ever since. Now, I'm guessing that some of this is buyback because
I can tell you what it is.
Oh, tell me.
Well, I think it went up because everybody expected Porzingis to play, and like you said, Sacramento's been playing fast, and then it went back down because Bogdanovich has been ruled out.
There you go.
He was already doubtful.
So that's a buyback then,
right.
Essentially. That's what it is. Because for whoever bought in had to buy back for us to fall that much.
I like the play, assuming that Bogdan was out.
There you go.
I just feel like I'm high right now, so
really?
I don't know if the number's high or not. Maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure I'm high here. Because I'm not sure if we're agreeing with the over the move or not. Are we going up?
I have no opinion on the total.
All right, not good. We'll just stick with being high. And let's go to the other L.A. team here, guys. How about the Lakers, who find themselves in a situation, and call me crazy here. Is it no AD? I don't think there's any AD tonight, right? He's already been ruled out. So no Anthony Davis. We are looking at a 9.5, 10 in some places. Lakers spread at home, taking on the Orlando Magic. The number is coming down as far as the total, 211.5 down to 209.5. So, Skeeta, are your Lakers. I will start with you. What do you think about this game? Aaron Gordon looks like he is active. What else is there? Fournier is questionable. Other than that, LeBron is going. Bradley's going. What do you think? Who you like here?
Well, for one, I think Fournier is a big deal. And I want to say, right before we got started, he was I think downgraded to questionable. And also, we don't know if, I see actually DJ Augustine is out. So I definitely don't like that for Orlando. They need him. They need Fournier too. And Lakers, they've shown that they can perform without Anthony Davis. They've shown they can perform without LeBron. It's been just kind of quotes going on for the past few days or before the past few games, just saying that they want to prove everybody wrong and show that they're the top dog. And that's what they've been doing. They're 4-1 against the spread their last 5 games. They come out and show them. And versus mediocre teams between 45% and 55%, they're 3-0. I just think the Lakers continue to do it. I don't care that AD's out. I think it matters a lot more that Augustine is out and that Fournier is questionable. So I like the Lakers to smash. They already came out and smashed like in the first half of the game the last time they played,
right,
and they kind of just let them back in the game. I think they do it for a full 48 minutes this time.
Tony, Finn, last 6 games between these two in L.A. under the total. You think you're leaning that way again here in this one?
I would play the under here. Clifford has done, regardless of the record, he's done a good job of convincing these guys this is the way you're going to win. This is the way we're going to get better. And even without Isaac, I thought they were really good defensively against Sacramento a couple 3 nights ago. So that said, the Lakers have trended under since Thanksgiving. What is their under marks? Substantially profitable too. If you've played under on the Lakers all year, I like the under.
All right, Doc, talk to us. Where does that leave you, man? Where are you going? Are you going to roll with Orlando like first quarter and a half, 2-7-1 against the number in the last 10 on the road against teams with winning home records? Not like they do great against the better competition here.
No, I totally agree with what Tony just said. The total seems a little off to me. They've only played once. Vogel got his initial beat down of the team that fired him on his first try, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but the Magic scored 9 points in the first quarter,
right?
Yeah.
In that game, and 87 the whole game. I mean, this is 25 full points off of where they were last time, and that's with Augustine, with Anthony Davis. Now, I mean, you could say Anthony Davis is dominating on the defensive end, and so that helps too, but also with Isaac. And I can't imagine. I mean, it is ticking down, and I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, goodness gracious, at 209, this is hard to believe that the Lakers desire to, pummel them to the point of trying to score 44 points in the fourth quarter, which I think they might need.
Well, I can see both these teams scoring under 100 in this game.
Yep.
I can see that. Yeah.
There you go. Yep, and Tony sees things a lot.
I do. I see things, and sometimes they're real, and sometimes they're really real.
Right. Okay, good. All right, so we got the Lakers there, and Tony sees things, and don't worry about it. We appreciate, of course, him just showing up and remembering. We also have a game now on the East Coast. Now that we took care of the Lakers and Ski's team, let's talk about the Philadelphia Sixers here now, who are going to be home taking on the Brooklyn Nets, who find themselves kind of in a tough spot there. Last night, Kyrie was. He's back. I mean, I'll say that, Ski. The number 7.5 right now for the Sixers at home. Still no Embiid, but we know beyond a shadow of a doubt this is a very good team at the Spectrum. They are very good at home. 7, I'm seeing 7.5 in some places. The total is creeping up too. Opened up at 218. I'm seeing 222 here, Ski. So do you think the Sixers will be able to prevail here?
It's tough for me. From a spread perspective, I look at the last 5 game stats, and Brooklyn's defense has been better. They're the 4th defensive rated team over the last 5 and number 1 rebounding team. I think that's a big deal, especially on the boards. And it's tough for me to trust Philadelphia to win by more than 7 the way they've been playing. 1-5 against the number the last 6 games. But at the same time, Brooklyn just hasn't been good. Kyrie back, I think it matters. I think it's too many points to give Brooklyn. I would take the +7, and I think it will be a faster-paced game, especially without Embiid. I think the Sixers will get up and down the court, and I think Brooklyn doesn't mind that. The question is, can Brooklyn's offense step up? And I think they do it here. So I will lean over.
Big shout out to what do we got? Javi Cash joining us over there. Garth Drake joining us in the Periscope chat room. Live guys across the board. Just want to remind you to YouTube at the Sports Memo page. You can always catch us over there. We'll be back up on the Wager Talk YouTube page here, I believe, by next week. But you got Periscope, you got Twitch, you got Twitter, you got Facebook too. Don't forget to head over to Facebook on the Wager Talk page there. Live, you can catch us, and the replay available as soon as we are done here, and we decide whether or not we want to cut anything out of Tony's. Tony, hey, you're still here. Let's talk to you, man. The Philadelphia Sixers tonight, Brooklyn. Ski's not exactly high on Brooklyn, just high, but what do you think here, Finn? Talk to me, brother. Where are we going with this game tonight?
I'm going to make a decision based on the answers from this as you labeled us. This is steam panel, and we'll include you, Joe, just because we
a lot of steam.
Here's my question: Will Philadelphia miss 21 of 28 3-pointers the second time around they face? And that's how many they missed. The Nets beat them in the last time they faced each other. Embiid was not part of that mix. He's not part of this mix. But Philly missed 21 of 28. They were 7 for 28 from beyond the arc.
I feel like this is a trick question. Is this a trick question?
No, it's not.
Okay. All right.
Are they capable of shooting better than 7 of 20? Is 7 of 28 an aberration? Is it? Was it because I
want to say Brooklyn
ferocious defense?
I want to say that the Nets are good defending the perimeter.
Yeah. I also want to say that Simmons probably wasn't taking any of those shots. I'm just going to throw it out there. Am I correct on that? Yeah. No. Okay. Good.
Well, no, he didn't. Even if he took one by accident.
Yes.
Here's the deal. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, I would have said it would be very difficult for me to support the Nets even with no Embiid. However, I don't know if you guys the eye test I got from Jersey last night was Brooklyn, is that they're passionate about this game. I mean, Irving looked good. He looked happy. He had a spring in his step. D was all. I'm more interested in how D and Irving are going to mix. These two. But I think this is too many points to be giving even the Brooklyn Nets on a second leg of a back-to-back. And if I was playing this game, I would be on Brooklyn. I want the touchdown and the hook.
Yeah, it's a tough spot here. I mean, I get it. Doc's going to go Philadelphia here, guys. First quarter, second quarter, second half. Any sort of, if you can even, first 5 minutes, first 8 minutes, he's going to take him across the board. But it is a tough spot for the Nets, man. It's back-to-back. What is this, guys? This is 4. How many days have they played now? It's like 4 out of 5. So it's crazy number here. It seems like they're playing every night. So what do you think, man? They got enough in the tank to at least cover, in your opinion, Doc?
So that's one of the things I would say is obviously Kyrie stayed out a lot longer than we all kind of expected, or maybe we should have expected that with it being Kyrie. But how's he going to handle a back-to-back? And travel. So I guess it makes me wonder because Tony said, the points just don't look right. And so it kind of makes me wonder, and you've apparently learned nothing about me. I really don't like betting my team, but especially not laying points. They do cover at home. They do win at home. I would definitely be, if I wanted anything to do with this game, I'd be on the 7 for sure, because the Nets can shoot the 3, especially late. If it happens to be a situation where they do let it get out of hand, they can come back pretty quickly at the end of a game. If it's even 12, 15 points, they can put this at 6 pretty quickly, and the Sixers like to do that as well. But without Embiid, it's amazing that the Sixers still had to get this kind of line to get a 50-50 from Vegas. So I'm pretty interested to see where this lands and how this game looks, because Kyrie is back, and he's a big public name. Joel Embiid is not there, and he's the big public name, and still this is a 7. And it's getting the 50-50, but a lot of the money's on the Nets.
A lot of, exactly, at this particular point here, guys, as we, I'm trying to see here, and that number keeps creeping up too, guys. 218. I'm seeing 220, 2.5s now popping up all over the place. So certainly a 46. Looks like 46% of the spread tickets, 60% of the money right now coming in on Brooklyn, which would explain maybe why it's dropping down a little bit. But that's 7 p.m. here tonight, guys. That's going to be a fun game, as is the one down the road from me right now. I don't know. Let me ask you, Ski, do you dare bet against the Miami Heat at home, taking on your hell yes? I know they've been hell yes for you, man. The Spurs, they're getting 5.5. The total coming down a little bit, 222 to 220. Are you hell yesing the San Antonio Spurs?
Man, all morning I've been trying to find every reason to. And the one thing I know is that the Miami Heat should get up for this game. That said, looking at the last 5 game stats, Spurs have been better offensively, defensively. They've been rebounding better. Spurs, they're 4-1 against the spread their last 5 games, 7-2 against the spread their last 9 as a dog, 7-1 the last 8 on the road. So I don't think being on the road is even a factor. If it's I have to play it, I'm trusting my numbers, and I'm taking the 5 points with San Antonio. But in this game, I think it's two of the more over teams. I think Spurs are the best over team in the league, and Miami Heat have to be right behind them. They went over 14 of their last 17 games, over 12-6 at the house. Offensive rating 5th for the Spurs and 7th for Miami. I think this one can get over the total as well.
Interesting. Tony, what do you think? I mean, the San Antonio in Miami has kind of owned them there. 6-1 against the number in the last 7. They did lose the last time out against the spread and, again, the game itself. But this is a different San Antonio team than we saw last time they were here.
Well, here's the biggest question I have for all of you, for that matter, and that is, I have this game at 9. My power rankings have this game at 9, not 5.5.
Interesting.
Okay, right. So that said, anytime, and I did my investigative work. I sent my texts out. I tried to contact a few of the guys that I trust with their intel, and I mean, there's nothing. The only injury really for the Heat remains Winslow.
That's it. Yep.
And from what I was told this morning was that they're already trying to shop Winslow because of his injury issues. He hasn't played, so they're trying to. Before the trade deadline, don't be surprised if Winslow is with another team. But for that said too, and everybody that's significant for San Antonio is playing as well. I mean, the only guys they're listing out are all G League two-way players for San Antonio. So why is this 5.5? And why is this total dropping? Because if San Antonio's at full strength and are going to play as they have been playing for Pop, they're going to play a tempo, and this game's going to go over. I'm right now. I would have said. In fact, I did a show this morning, and I said, without really doing my investigative work, was regardless of the points and the spread, it's really tough to not support Miami at home. Much like it's difficult not to support Philadelphia at home. I cannot support Philadelphia today because Embiid's out, and I like the fact that Irving played 32 minutes. He's going to play 32 minutes tonight, and he's probably going to score 35 points. So I would have to go. I'd like the over. Let's put it that way, Joe.
I thought we were going to get there. I wasn't sure because you
won't get there with me.
Yeah, I thought I heard Seattle Supersonics in there. I wasn't sure where you were going. You were kind of all over the map.
New Jersey.
The bottom line is, let me see if I understand this correctly. Just to summarize, if I could here, for those of you that were lost like I was. Your numbers are different than what the market is. The market is trending down, both in the total and the money's going towards San Antonio. You think it should go the other way, both over and towards Miami, correct?
I will speak Swahili next time I do this analysis.
Just curious. Yeah, you were kind of.
My power rankings have this number at 9. It's at 5.5 right now.
All right.
Okay. So the value lies with Miami. It lies with Miami. However, that's such a big discrepancy that I have to step back, and find out why is my number that far off.
You smell something, don't you?
I do.
That's weird. Well, talk to me over here, Doc. What do you agree? Because we got two guys here that seem to think there's going to be points here tonight. The market's saying otherwise. Opened up at 220. I'm seeing 222. I'm seeing 220s here.
Yeah, it's interesting because I wanted to ask Tony, when you get a number that is that far off, and then there's no movement, so then how do you normally handle that? And so one of the first things that I would do is look away from the spread and towards the total. And I don't understand why it's coming down either, because when I first saw 222, I thought, wow, that's really not all that bad, and then it's ticking down and got to 219, and now I think it's going to inch back up, but. I don't know why. The Spurs are running with pace. I think the Heat will love to do that as well. They'll both shoot a ton of threes. Neither one of them have a whole lot of interest, especially the Spurs have a whole lot of interest of stopping all the threes. And the Heat, are just as healthy as the Spurs have been. And, I mean, if you want to nitpick, I guess maybe you could say that, it's a big game, and a lot of times you think of a big game and maybe you think towards the under, but I like first half. So because I'm not shocking you. But the Heat at home in the first half are 12-6 to the over, and the Spurs on the road. And I got the venue right. And the Heat are 12-6 to the over at home. The Spurs are 12-6 to the over on the road in the first half, and you're going to get a pretty solid bargain as that continues to tick down as well. So I already love the first half over at just about any number you can get, but don't understand why the full game under is dropping as well.
All right, so we got the Spurs. They won at Toronto. They've had a couple of days rest here to prepare for this one. The road has not been great. Let's be realistic here for San Antonio this year. But they, let's face it, not very Spurs-like or Popovich-like, but this is a big game. And, of course, Miami is going to be happy to be home after just that embarrassment there to the Knicks. And defense fell apart. Everything fell apart there. So I'm leaning with you guys. I think the over is a play here because I do think they're going to come out here with a renewed interest of getting back on track. So that game should be fun, but when it's all said and done, probably looking at yet another Miami Heat victory, which brings us at home, too, which is even more impressive, which brings us to the next game here, guys, on the board. A lot of people looking at this one tonight. Toronto Raptors, OKC. OKC hot. I mean, what can you say? They opened up as a 2-point favorite at home. Everything they throw up seems to fall in here, Ski. It's down to 1. Toronto's getting some money. Toronto also, I believe, a little healthier here. Gasol is now probable. Siakam is back. Fleet is still out, but the gang is slowly but surely getting back on the court here on the road in OKC. The total remaining strong at 213.5, but essentially a pick 'em here, man. How do you see it?
Yeah, I don't really understand the spread. It's a little bit tough for me. I think, like how Tony was talking about the last game spread, that's how I feel about this one. I probably would look more towards the total. Toronto playing at the second slowest pace over the last 5 games. OKC kind of middle of the pack. But 2 of the top defensive rated teams over the last 5, Toronto being 5th and OKC 6th, I probably would even look more towards the first half because I feel like you're getting some extra points. I saw it like at 109 or 108.5. I know that it was dropping, but I just feel like it's 2 defensive teams, and that's what you're going to get, just a lot of defense in this one. The under is 10.71 on the road for Toronto, under 6 of the last 8 games. The only thing is, I know that they like to get out on the fast break with Siakam back in the lineup. But they don't have Van Fleet, so I would still rock with the under if I'm playing this one. And if I have to play the spread, I mean, I've been riding in OKC. I've been saying they're bet on. I wouldn't hop off.
Yeah, it's funny too. Tony, dogs are 6-1 against the number in the last 7 in this series between these 2 teams. So they're healthier. They're still trying to get their groove back there, Toronto. But what do you think?
I'll step out and do. I never do this, but I'm going to do it because it sounds like a good idea. And I'm going to say the first team to 100 wins this game. I like the under.
I like that. You're going to go under in this game too, as well. Yeah. Interesting. Listen, Doc. The Raptors, they're getting some money here. I guess everyone's getting healthy, so I don't know if that's just a they're back kind of situation. I mean, OKC, one of the hottest teams in the game right now.
Yeah, just like Ski said, I don't understand this line and can't imagine. I mean, I guess, Gasol's just now back and Siakam's been back just for a short period of time. But, right, are we really going to, the OKC hasn't really stumbled recently, and it's kind of hard with Toronto on the road to get off of this. I can't imagine. I guess we always question whether or not the Raptors. So now the Raptors are back to what we were talking about in November. They never seem getting their respect. They're the champs. Nobody wants to bet them because Kawhi left and all that stuff. And so I'm wondering if that's playing a part here as well. But yeah, I am not going to be involved in this, and we'll watch and see if OKC can keep it up against a team that is probably better than them and healthier.
All right, then, guys, we got, of course, the ability for you to make sure that you guys head over to WagerTalk.com. Ski and Tony plays are up there, ready to rock and roll. And, of course, the doc available at SportsMemo.com. Time for our best bets here, guys, around the horn. We'll talk about maybe a dog that you like or how you're going to split them up. But give us your best bets of the night here. We'll start with you, Ski. You killed it last night again. $2 capper of the day, delivered a 2-0 nights. So let's keep it rolling. We had a shits and giggles parlay that hit again from the show yesterday. It was a killer show with the best bets yesterday, guys. So let's keep it rolling. Who you like tonight?
Well, I'm not sure if I'll get there, but the one dog that I have my eye on for sure is the Washington Wizards. I don't think that Chicago should be laying. 1-6-1 against the spread their last 8 games, and Wizards are getting healthier. So they've been playing well lately. I have to back the Wizards as a dog. And if I'm picking one besides that as a best bet, I probably would look towards Houston to bounce back against Portland. I think that Westbrook will want to show up in this game versus Lillard. And I think that I just think it's a game that they care about. So I'll rock with Houston minus 8.5 points right now?
8, yeah, opened up 9.5, 8.5 right now. Yep.
I'll rock with them. I like Houston.
You like Houston at home, laying the 8.5. Real quick, guys, over under the amount of shots missed by Harden today is 31. Over under?
Oh, come on. Under.
13 to 37, dude. Like, come on, give me a break here, will you? You act like that's a stretch to have Harden just chuck up and miss 25 shots, please.
Tony. And my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm still talking about yesterday. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to hear the guys.
Harden, he was missing everything in the first quarter, I want to say, and then he just continues to shoot. Eventually, he's going to make some shots, right? But it kept him in the game for a little bit. They eventually lost him.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain even Tony Finn, if he chucks up 45 shots in a game, is gonna be above 20 points. Even Finn, and he's not even gonna know where he is. So
I'm
Finn,
a hell
talk
shot.
to me. Well, they ain't got anybody on the bench. We know that with Houston, but you like them laying the 8.5 tonight at home, taking on Portland. Give me your best bets. What do you see on the board here tonight, Finn?
I'm gonna walk out on a thin limb, and I'm gonna tell you that I really like Indiana tonight, guys. I like Brogdon's back, and this Minnesota team. Wiggins is starting to feel the wear and tear of having that weight on his shoulders to carry him, Towns, and anyone else that's not dressing and is not active. In fact, I think did he not score 10 points in his last game, which for Wiggins is that's like someone stole his dinner. Or they served him a rare steak when he ordered it well done. It doesn't fit. It's not him. And for the most part, this Indiana team is anxiously awaiting Victor, who I guess, guys, is going to be back at the end of the month. And Brogdon looked he said he was going to be rusty. He told the press he's going to be rusty. He said, don't expect much from me. And he almost had a triple-double on his first game back. So
you taking laying Indiana here tonight to
Indiana.
Get the job done on the road against the Timberwolves. So
the number is too good, a little too good, really. In my opinion, Minnesota's just not. They can't defend. Even if Wiggins scores 40, they probably can't win against Indiana.
Right. All right. So let's talk to me here, Doc. Where you? Let me guess. First 3 minutes, Philadelphia. First quarter, second quarter. Embiid to have over 20 points, even though he's not playing. Talk to me.
I don't say any of that shit.
Yeah.
So I can't believe you didn't guess this right. Actually,
Go ahead, talk to me. Charlotte, first quarter, first half. Charlotte, first half.
So it involves Charlotte, but it's the other side.
Ooh,
and
you're going
and
Denver,
I have said that this is the reason. Like, it's not just a team. I get called out here for just being a Hornets homer. I am not. I'm a value homer, and because the Hornets do cover a lot, I think we're getting a little bit of a short number, and we're getting some money on the Hornets. They have played, this is their 4th game in 6 out on the West Coast. They started in altitude, then went and got beat in Phoenix, and then went and got beat in Portland. They got closer each game, and now they get Denver with this line. I was talking with Ski earlier because I really want to get some status on Jamal Murray and Gary Harris. I really only want one of the two. Millsap is out, but I'm cool with Monty at point. That's fine with me. If I can get maybe Harris in there, I don't know which one is more likely, but I can't imagine that the Hornets have much left here. They got 4 days off. They don't play till next week after they get them tonight. and finishing in Denver. I don't even know if it matters if Harris and Murray play, but I can't imagine this line would be this big if either of them were a definite out. So I don't know if you guys have a complete status, if it's probable or doubtful or questionable on any of those three, Tony.
I think both Harris and Murray. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think they're both out.
You think
So why is the number that large?
Spot.
I've been told they were going to be out, but that number tells me one of them's playing.
Mm-hmm. So me too. So I guess I would wait and see if you can get some more information. But the Nuggets are winning this by 20.
Interesting. All right.
They've been good.
Really? You
They've
think
been
they're
good
blowing them out here in this game, huh?
I don't think the Hornets, especially in the second half, I think they have literally no desire. They're getting a plane. They'll be back in Charlotte. They got an entire weekend. They got nothing.
All right. So we'll just do a little. Go ahead.
There's all the plays out there, though. There's a ton. I love the Pistons.
Well, should have get off the potty, right? Which way you going here? You're talking about Charlotte for 20 minutes, getting her ass handed to him, and now what? Well, you got another play? Go ahead. Let me hear. What is it?
No, I'm just saying, if you want a dog, Pistons. The Celtics have the Bucks tomorrow in Milwaukee.
Ooh.
No Tatum. Definitely.
Taking one of my shits and giggles play here, man. What's wrong with you, man? You're stepping all over the shits and giggles play.
You're laying the points with
Hell no.
I'm taking Detroit in the first half, damn it. I'm taking Detroit in the first half.
All right, yeah, I'm in.
Celtics will have to die. I'm going to take, shits and giggles. I'm taking Celtics first half, and I am taking the over in the Miami Heat game. There is no way these two teams don't score 240 points tonight. I think it's going to be a barn burner. I really do. I think they're going to light each other up over there, and then maybe even overtime. How's that? Calling overtime. I know there's a problem.
Now that's a pretty nice odds on that bet, on that prop.
Yep. I'm thinking this is
just the under 240.
Got it. Where is it? Who? Now, what is it now? 220. I'm with you guys. I think there's going to be points in here, Ski.
It's going to take 120 to win this game. So if it takes 120 to win that game, it's going over the 223.
Yep. I agree. I like the over there, and give me Detroit in the first half to put a little scare into the Boston Celtics here tonight for the second half.
Okay, so you said Pistons first half, and then you said Celtics first half. So which one?
I'm sorry. Pistons first half, Miami Heat over with the San Antonio Spurs.
Pistons full game. Celtics don't care.
You don't think the Celtics
hell
look
no.
ahead? Oh, hell no. You heard it, man. You got a hell no from the corner over here, man.
Take money line action on that.
You're on the C's?
Listen, and I got news for you. Sacramento's going to win this game tonight. I hate to break it to you guys, but Sacramento will get off the schneid and win this game.
And I have a
home.
side bet for Ski for I need my Sawbuck back. I need a chance to get my Sawbuck back.
Yeah, what you
What
bet?
are we doing, Tony?
I'm going to lay not 4.5. I'm going to give you 5 points in the Wizards on that double Sawback.
Hold on.
I'm down. I'm down.
So how many are you giving him? 5?
I'm going to give him 5. Line's 4.5. He gave me a few extra points last time, but
all those guys playing.
He's younger
and
richer than me. Huh?
All those guys playing?
Who? No, well, a bunch of guys from Chicago. They say they're questionable.
Well,
but I know for
playing,
a fact 4 of them are playing. Huh?
Yeah. So all right. So you're back in the Wizards getting 5.
No, I'm back. Chicago's Chicago's laying. So I'm giving and as always I'm giving and Ski's taking.
I love that. All right, Ski, is that a bet? We got a nice side bet here. We ready to rock?
It's a bet. I love it.
All right, it is a bet, guys. Side bet number 1 on tap here, and we might as well throw another one in there, Doc.
Okay.
Doc, how many points you giving me here with your crying Sixers? How many are you going to give me in Brooklyn to get the job done here tonight?
No, I'm not doing that, but I'll side bet you the Mavs.
Well, on which ones? The Mavs?
I'll side bet you the Mavs for sure.
Great. How many points you giving me?
What do you want?
Give me 5.
I'll give you 5.
Done. 5. Give me the side bet. Mavs, I'll take 5 at home to get off the schneid and beat Porzingis and his long-ass legs and tired legs, and give me a break with that anyway. All right, guys, we got some cash here.
Yeah.
We got some cash at stake, and also a big shout-out, by the way. Wizards winning outright, so, Tony, you're already... you got a couple of people in the chat room, Tony, who would love to take that action. Not buying you, but yes, best bets are in here, guys.
I don't want to break any. I don't want to violate the Federal Wire Act by betting over state lines.
No. Apparently, some of these guys have no clue. You're absolutely correct. Very observant of you. I can't believe you actually sat in here watching this show to figure that one out. Probably should have known that in 3 minutes here, but yes.
What's he talking about?
Yeah. I had no idea, but probably he's unemployed since he's at 3:40 in the chat room. So, guys, enjoy yourself. Good luck to you. We will absolutely get to make fun of each other again tomorrow and collect our money. And just for the record, again, getting 5 there for the Wizards on the side bet from Tony. I'm getting 5 for Sacramento, taking care of Dallas. Best bets are in, guys. All you guys got to do is get over to WagerTalk.com, SportsMemo.com. Get the rest of the plays, guys. They're there. Money is out there. Go make it a profitable, and I am talking about a profitable Wednesday night in the NBA. Ski, Finn, Doc, always a pleasure, guys. We'll do this again tomorrow.
One last thing, Joe.
What do you got? Who?
Friday night. Just the lines are not out, obviously, for Friday. Not out for tomorrow yet, but Atlanta and the Wizards. It's Atlanta and San Antonio on Friday night. It's going to be, the number's going to be about 235.
Really?
Over. See you guys. Over.
Oh, look at you, man. Crystal balling it here. He's going over already. All right. Let me get the alternate line out. How about 250? What do we stop there for? Let's do it. The alternate lines. Let's do it.
I'm going to have to get some plus money on that.
Damn, I need a drink. Good luck, guys. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Get the WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com today. Peace.